Gemini, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. I'm kind of hoping the rain comes back because it was adding a very nice ambiance to all the other videos. Here we go. Gemini, it seems to me like you're having a hard time making up your mind on something because your hopes here is to kind of slow down the new growth because you're stuck in stagnation due to indecision. So you're hoping to just slow everything down so you can really weigh out your options because you recognize that with all these options on the table, that each one is a window of opportunity, and windows of opportunity don't stay open forever. So again, your hope of all hopes is to slow down any new growth while you have time to weigh out your options. Things are moving too fast for you to make up your mind. The fear is that you're going to put all your time and energy and hard work into a new direction that won't pan out. That the thing that you hope to achieve with your blood, sweat, and tears isn't where it's at. And that's your fear. So you want to make sure that if you're going to put your time and effort into somebody or something, that they're going to meet you in the middle. No wonder you want everything to slow down. You want to test your options, Gemini. The reality of the situation is you can't expect a return on investment if you don't invest. You have to have done something and made an action in order to get a return on it. You see? You're spending too much time looking at the past and seeing what you might have done, or what you should have done, that you don't recognize that you really didn't do anything in order to get the return on investment that you want. I hope I'm explaining that clearly. I hope that makes sense. If you don't take action, if you don't put something into play, it's not going to come back to you. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. I'll just keep moving. There was an outside influence, okay? Most people say third-party energy. What I'm saying is this could even be a group of people, not necessarily one other person, but there were some people whose advice you listened to and it didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. It's almost like you wanted to do something a particular way, but you were afraid of going against this crowd. Or one or two people in this crowd were like, no, 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 don't do that. And you listened to them, and unfortunately, it made matters worse. That outside influence disrupted your foundation, okay? And you're starting to regret listening to or going along with this group in the first place. And now you're stuck in this place where you don't feel like you're in control of your emotions right now. You feel like your emotions are in control of you. And you're blaming yourself because you feel like you let other people control your decision making. Okay? But you're recognizing the decisions were yours to make. You're wishing you didn't take their advice because now you're emotionally distraught and you feel like you have yourself to blame for taking bad advice. You're not blaming other people. You're blaming yourself for not listening to your gut in the first place. But it's not all bad. Because what this tells me is the situation isn't so far gone that you can't regain control of it. Okay? Because the Queen of Pentacles creates an environment that you can build on, something tangible, something real, something long lasting. Okay? That's the type of environment that she creates. And the Wheel of Fortune is like the steering wheel of life. You can get the outcome you want if you only take action. So when I go back to the reality and I told you that you can't get a return on investment unless you take action, it kind of feels to me like the advice that you took was to hold still and not take action. So let's look at this a little bit differently now that we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles on board. You want everything to slow down. You're hoping for everything to slow down so you can weigh out your options or stick your toe in the water and test the temperature. You don't want to put all your hard work into something that won't pan out. That's your fear. But whose idea was that fear in the first place? Was it yours or was it somebody else's? I get the feeling that you were dead set on doing something. And somebody said, oh, wait, that's not a good idea, hold off. And then you held off. And now because you held off, you're trying to figure out what your return on investment would be had you taken action. And you're not all up in your head about this. You're all up in your heart. You're up in your feels about it. But I'm telling you, man, this Queen of Pentacles and this Wheel of Fortune tells me that that window of opportunity that you once sought is still wide open. It won't be open forever. So, Gemini, my advice to you is to follow your gut instinct and take action on what you intended to take action on before you listen to this third party. And like I said, second guess your own intuition. It kind of feels to me like you want to get back on track. And put this hard work into your initial idea, your feelings, your thoughts. Not what the group is telling you. Gemini, I could be wrong, but I think last week I did a reading and that had something to do with outside influence as well. I'm going to double check it before I post. And if that's true, I'll mark that in the description box below. Okay? So if you want to go back and look at next week or last week in relation to this week, because I honestly think there was an outside influence in last week's read as well. But I'll put that in the description box. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. And I hope you make up your mind on taking action before this window of opportunity closes. Because to me, it feels like it's still open and you still have time. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, Gemini. I'll see you next week.